Donald and Douglas are Scottish twin engines. They are both painted black, and they both have numbers on their tenders. Donald has 9 and Douglas has 10. And they always work together. Whenever you see Donald, you see Douglas. And whenever you see Douglas, you see Donald. One morning, the Fat Controller had a very important announcement.
The circus is coming to Sodor today, and it will start tonight. Donald, you must take the tents and props, and Douglas, you must take the clowns and the animals.
Not a problem, sir, they said.
And Thomas, tonight you must take the people to the circus. It's gonna be in the field beside Aylesbridge Junction.
They collected the circus train at the harbour. You know, Donald, said Douglas, my circus train is more important than yours is. What do you mean? Said Donald. Because I have the clowns and the animals, you only have the tents and the props. They are just as important, said Donald. No, they are not, Donald. People come to see the clowns and the animals. That's the most important part of a circus.
Come on, guys, said their drivers. We must get going. We don't want to be late.
Come on, Donald. Let's get it going, said Douglas. And I'm taking a different route. I'm not going to go beside you, he said crossly. And then Donald puffed away. Then Douglas happily started. Douglas was enjoying himself mostly. He puffed happily up the lane. He felt very important. But there was trouble when he reached Gordon's Hill. He started to bump the train. Careful, said his driver. Then there was trouble. One of the vans broke free. And Douglas and his driver and fireman didn't hear it. The van raced down the lane. Then it hit the gate at the level crossing. There was trouble. The doors opened, and it was full of lions, and then the lions started to come out. Then Douglas arrived at the junction. I am here. Then Donald pulled in. And I'm here as well. Then there was trouble.
The cattle van with the lions is missing,
said the ringleader.
And it was coupled onto the train.
I don't know, said Douglas. It must have broken free.
How would it have broken free?
Said his driver. I accidentally bumped the train at Gordon's Hill, and you bet you the van broke free there. Do not fret yourself, Douglas, said Donald. But I cannot reverse back. My train's behind me. But I'm facing you, Douglas. Once I'm past you, I can switch onto your track. Oh, thank you, Donald, said Douglas. No problem, Douglas. And Donald headed off to look for the lion truck. It should be somewhere, but where? The lions were now along the level crossing. Just then, Bill and Ben pulled up. Bust my buffers, Ben. Lions, said Bill. Back, driver! Back, please, driver! Back! Shouted Ben. Lions on the crossing, they shouted.
Lions on the crossing? What nonsense! Those two engines are silly. We should go slowly up to the crossing just in case, said Henry's driver.
And Henry slowly went up towards the crossing.
Oh my! Bill and Ben were right! There's lions! We must tell the Fat Controller!
No, no, wait! Just then Donald pulled up. Don't treat anyone! You'll get the doggy into trouble! And Donald told Henry about what happened. And the lion tamer and the clown came to help get the lions back into the van.
Hurry up, said Henry. Come on, get these lions back into the van! Why is there one looking at me?
I said, Henry, a bleak engine like you wouldn't be afraid of lions, would you? Teased Donald.
Yes, no, I'm not afraid. I'm afraid for my passengers and my driver and fireman. That's all.
Really? Said Donald.
Yes,
said Henry. At last the lions were all back into the van. Oh, thank goodness, said Donald. Then Donald switched tracks and coupled onto the cattle van. Then Henry puffed away. Remember, do not tell anyone, Henry, said Donald. And Donald brought the cattle van straight back to the junction. Ach, thank you, Donald. You'd have found it, said Douglas. That night, the circus was a huge success. Everything was set up and right on time. At last everyone was in, and the show was about to start. Donald, about what I said this morning, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said my train was more important than yours. Don't worry yourself about that, Douglas. I mean, look at the circus. We can sit back and say that together we brought the circus.